Hello there, and thanks for joining us on Sports Rail. This Tuesday, I am Bade, Adeleye. A lot happening when it comes to football in Nigeria. The age grade teams are doing so well for themselves. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria have resumed campaign, and of course, the Flamingos, the under-17 girls, recently trounced Egypt in the World Cup qualifier, the race for India 2022. And do not forget that club football in Nigeria, the race for league title, strong finish, and of course, the battle against relegation is getting more intense in the Nigeria Professional Football League. And of course, recently, the LMC's hammer recently landed on an airing club. We'll be telling you more about that on the show. And of course, we've got news for you when it comes to the recently concluded Para Games in Abuja. There's news from the world of golf and karate. These are more on the show today, and you'll get to enjoy these if you stay with us.
And there's the start, and promises to Shara. Winds up that left hand.
Archbishop of basketball, goal! He hung on that net like a stalk up a tree.
NTA Sports 24 brings you all sports, all time and all day. Tune in to watch NTA Sports 24 on Star Times Channel 270, Star Sat on Channel 434 and Free TV on Channel 731. NTA Sports 24, where sports thrive.
Good to know you're there. Now let's begin the show by letting you know that recently the Nigeria Football Federation announced the appointment of coaches for the age grade football teams, the under 15, under 17, under 20, and even the teams, the B teams. Now for the under 20 team, the Flying Eagles being led by Ladan Boso, the coach is hitting the ground running immediately as camp has opened for the Flying Eagles as they prepare for the WAFU B under 20 Nations Cup qualifiers in Niamey, Niger Republic. And of course, players have started reporting to camp in Abuja, and it's beautiful to see that. So we're wishing them all the best as they resume camping, and we cannot wait to see the present crop of players that we have. I want to see them play beautiful football, total football, like we see in age grade competitions. Now, still talking about age grade teams, but this time around, it's about female teams. The Nigerian under-17 girls, the Flamingos, they did the unthinkable. It was very beautiful to see what they did on Sunday in Abuja as they trounced their Egyptian counterparts 4-0 in the under-17 Female World Cup qualifier. It was the first leg of the third qualifying round, and the girls were in no mood to play as they hit their Egyptian counterparts 4-0. Let's quickly see the highlights, and of course, the coaches will react.
Well, I'm very, very, very happy. We told Nigerians that we're going to give in our best, and that was what we did. Well, after today's match, we did some little mistakes. So, in our training section, we'll try to correct them and do better. So when we go to Egypt, we'll try and work on our mistakes and do better and give a better game.
With the way the opponent came at, you can look at it, they came in for a defensive. They were looking for a way to frustrate our efforts, and that's why they packed themselves behind the ball. But with that, since we know their hands, the kind of way they want to display their playing, so that's how to take the game down on them, just to penetrate and look for that look close to score the goals. Kind of work I cannot take it serious, because before the game he said he's going to beat us 3-0 here. So now we end up winning the 4-0. So that's how it goes.
We learned in football that everything is possible. Anything it can happen. Like anything, nothing is impossible in football. All the players turned around many results, and it's not about the result. It's about the performance and showing the world that Egypt has a very good team, a promising team that can compete in under 20 and the first team as well.
Joining me on the show now to talk more about the Flamingos of Nigeria and some other issues on Sports Real this Tuesday is no other person than Coach Aruna Ilerika. Nice to have you on Sports Real.
Thank you very much. Happy Easter.
That's the reason for the season at the moment now, of course, but we're seeing a lot of things going on. Football doesn't stop, and of course, we saw what the Flamingos of Nigeria were able to do. That was on Sunday. We saw the beautiful match. 4-0 it ended. Were you surprised, or you expected even more?
Well, I'm not surprised, considering the level of our league, considering the level of our development in female football in Africa, and when I look at the caliber of players and technical crew that are in the team, I have a very big hope that yes, we would have done even better than that. I was privileged to watch the Egyptians at the old parade ground. They came for training. That was on Thursday, and they did very well. But I was able to see more of an improved game in the actual game. When they came with a very big resilience. They want to play defensive game. We went to build up from goal to the attack. It looks tough for the first 25, 26, 7 minutes of the game. But at the end of the day, through constant pressure from the two wings, we were able to subdue them and got the needed goals. Technically, we're better. And that was what accounted for the 4 goals. I think we deserve to score even more.
Wow, beautiful, and it's glad to see what Coach Olowokere is doing with those young lads there. Now we have a second leg to go for, and whether you like it or not, it's never easy to play away in North Africa. I'm sure you have the experience, their tactics and all that. You have to beat them on and off the pitch. I'm talking about their on the pitch tactics and the ones coming from the bench. So what would you suggest that they do when they go to Egypt?
Let the Cairo Stadium be filled up with more than required number of capacity. That team will not survive our team. We may not be able to go and stretch them that 4-0 because the advantages too will be there for them. And what are the advantages in the game? You have your spectators, you have your pitch that you are used to. Those are just some of those things. But when it comes to game proper, even if we don't win them in Cairo, they will not defeat us in Cairo. In Cairo, they will come to attack, and that may be their greatest undoing. We may be able to absorb pressure and catch them in the run of counter-attack, and they will not be able to cope. So let us qualify, then the preparation for India keep going. And I'm sure the girls, this time around, we should be able to see something better from them.
All right, beautiful. Not just Coach Ilerika alone who has been reacting to the win of the Flamingos. Some other sport-loving Nigerians have also been reacting to the 4-0 win over Egypt. Let's quickly take a listen.
I think it's a great achievement for the team. They've really seemed to have done better together. They're improving as a team and at least getting the best of themselves, building a good chemistry and also integrating properly. And I also must commend the job of Coach Bankole Olowokere on trying to ensure that these players dare to work hard on making good passes and also creating chances, and not just creating chances, at the same time also taking most of these opportunities they have, especially going in front of goal. And I think they managed to do a lot better against a very stiff opposition in Egypt.
It's a very good result, and we need to commend them, and of course appreciate their managers and those who put them together to ensure that they get this result. But ultimately for me, I think it's important to note that giving too much publicity to under 16, under 17 players is detrimental to their development. We should realize that under 17 competitions are developmental. These girls must be made to realize that Kelechi Mwaka, Kelechi Hanacho, Victor Ikpeba, Samuel Chukwueze, Isaac Success, and the rest of them that they hear their names were products of age-grade competitions, and they will not be where they are today if they did not keep their feet on the ground and remain focused. So the important thing here is for them to remain focused and keep doing well, so that their names too will ring a bell in the future of Nigerian football.
All right, it's still Sports Way on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I'm still here with Coach Aruna Elerika, but we need to go on this quick break. And when we return, we'll be talking club football.
NTA Sports 24, where sports thrive.
Welcome back. It's still Sports Way on the network service of the NTA. Now let's talk club football, and of course it will be the Nigeria Professional Football League. Of course, we saw that beautiful game between Plateau United and MFM, which ended 2-0 in favor of Plateau United, who are maintaining strongly the second position on the log. Interesting result for us to see. And of course, earlier on Saturday, we saw the beautiful game between Nasarawa United and Remo Stars, which ended 1-0. Remo Stars came to Nasarawa and got a point for themselves. Abia Warriors and Niger Tornadoes played 1-0 also. Rangers International and Sunshine Stars had to settle for a goalless draw. The match between Kano Pillars and Katsina United was not concluded. It stopped at the 79th minute, and we're really going to talk on that on the show today. Gombe United and Aqua United settled for a 1-0 draw. It was a Saturday of 1-0 draws, and of course, Dakada had to get a 2-1 win over Heartland FC. Wiki Tourist and Kwara United again did the normal thing, 1-0 draw. Shooting Stars were the big winners. They got themselves a 3-0 victory over Lubi Stars. But there's no way you're going to talk about about the Nigeria Professional Football League. We know if we're having a such football league, we should also talk about disciplinary issues. And of course, on the table today will be no other thing than Kano Pillars. We saw what happened. It was an ugly incident between Kano Pillars and Katsina United that we saw the pictures there coming from the Sani Abacha Stadium, and of course the timbers of Katsina United was evidently destroyed by fans believed to be from Kano Pillars. And of course the LMC, they did not waste time in coming up with several bans. A lot of things coming there. First and foremost, it was a smashing one. They had to hand Kano Pillars a 9 million naira fine for that incident, and of course they've been banished from the Kano Pillars Stadium, that's Sani Abacha Stadium, to the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja, and of course they are going to fix the timbers for Katsina United. For now, all games at the Sani Abacha Stadium already suspended. The cost of the match that was being played at that time, which ended at the 79th minute, the LMC says now the game will continue in Abuja from the 79th minute, and all cost of that encounter will be at the expense of Kano Pillars to be the ones to pay for that. A lot of things to talk about there, and I'm glad to let you know that I still have with me here Coach Aruna Ilerika, and of course we need to talk about this. Coach, first and foremost, what would be your reaction to that ugly incident? At some point I felt, no, we've not gotten to that point already where we can say the league is free of violence, but that looked extreme.
Well, it's very unfortunate. It's a very bad incident. One thing I want us to look at is in the developing country will continue to sensitize, because one of the major causes of this problem is the level of literacy level. Most of these people that are committing this crime, they are highly illiterate people. They are not educated. What they just want to see is we are a die-hard supporter of social place, and whatever must happen, we just have to win at all costs. This season now, we have seen some on some tapes. We have seen a lot of funny things on some tapes, where some people will be hitting the table and say, yes, this is our home. What is the meaning of this is our home in football? Your home is a place you have gone to play good football and win. There's nothing like our home. You saw the recent match in the Champions League, Chelsea Real Madrid. Chelsea won. Madrid defeated Chelsea 3-1 at Stamford Bridge. They collapsed the whole bridge. They carry all their engineers to carry all the irons and go and throw one side. They went to Bernabeu, and what happened in Bernabeu? They did the same thing to them there. That is how football needs to be played. We don't need all this atrocity. And my own is define how early is LMC getting their money? Is it from what they are supposed to rake into their clubs, or they have to make an instant payment? There is need for a bigger punitive measure for airing clubs on top of this atrocity.
For the first time we
are seeing a very big, that is the area I'm going. That deduction is the most important thing. By the time they deduct 6.9 points from some clubs, even the deputy governor, who is mostly always responsible for managing clubs in each state, we ask questions.
All right, we really need to go ahead. That type of situation is what we don't want at all in Nigerian football. We don't want it in African football, and we don't want it in any part of the world. These days we see a lot of things. Recently saw from South America, a coach hitting a female referee. That was, the
highest level of.
So we don't want this in football or any other sport. We just want things to go on smoothly. If you don't win today, you're going to win tomorrow. You either win, draw, or lose. One happens to you. All right, just before I let you go, Coach, I must say congratulations are very much in order. You were recently appointed the assistant coach of the under-17 boys. That's the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. You've moved from under-13 to under-15 as the coach of the under-15. Now you're going to be the assistant coach of the under-17 boys. Congratulations. What's your reaction to that?
Thank you very much. I will say I sincerely appreciate every one of you who has joined me in the happy mood. To me, it's called to duty. If you ask me to come and serve in under-13, I'm ready. If you ask me to come and serve in under-9, I'm ready. For you to meet yourself in the national team as a coach is one of the highest privileges you can enjoy in life. We have over 10,000 coaches in Nigeria out of 200 million population, and if I'm saddled with the responsibility of working with a group of people, I think I should count myself extremely lucky. So I want to sincerely thank whoever and those that have saddled us with the responsibility of managing that age grade. We'll say thank you to them. Thank you to all the people that has been giving me the needed support. Even the players that we have been nurturing, who has been showing to the world that yes, our work can make this coach a greater coach. I thank those players. And like I said, tomorrow is another day. I can be in under 20. I can be in the Super Eagle. All is in the hand of God. Thank you very much.
All right, that's very much beautiful, Coach. Is what we've always wanted. We want the progression. You know your under 15 boys very well. If they are progressing to under 17, you should be part of their development. And so we're wishing you all the best in your new role, for all the success. And we hope you guys will land the under 17 World Cup for another time for Nigeria. All the best, Coach.
Thank you very, 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 very much.
And thank you for coming on Sports Rail.
Thank you.
Right, I've been speaking with Coach Aruna Lerika on Sports Rail this Tuesday. One quick break before we go. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. Now let's talk Para Games, because the first National Para Games in Abuja have come and gone. But we can tell you that Bayelsa State, the winners, are still basking in the euphoria of their win. And in case you didn't know, they had to do that in a very stylish way by claiming 31 gold, 29 silver and 30 bronze medals to win that. And obviously, they are the first champions of the National Para Games.
The game really encouraged the para people, the physical disability people in the whole world.
Away from the Para Games now, let's talk karate, because the Japanese ambassador in Nigeria says they will continue to support the growth of karate in Nigeria, which is very nice to hear. And of course, he was talking about this at the recently concluded first Japanese Ambassadors Cup here in Abuja.
Be ready when the time comes. So His Excellency Silas Agara, President of the Karate Federation of Nigeria, and his colleagues, coaches, referees, and karate athletes have put in a lot to make this tournament a reality. And continue in our donation to the students and practitioners of karate. We also plan on organizing training for karate coaches and referees in the near future.
And happy with the commitment shown by the embassy to promote sport in Nigeria, especially karate. I believe that this is what we need to turn around karate in Nigeria. And with the collaboration of the embassy, I'm quite sure that the athlete will be sport to glory.
Let's talk golf now, because the 2022 Captain's Cup of the IBB International Golf and Country Club Abuja is very much underway. And for this year's edition of the tournament, about 1,000 pro and amateur golfers are participating. And of course, the captain of the club, Senator Emmanuel Anosike, has been talking about the competition, which signals the end of his tenure as the captain of the club.
This year's tournament is going to be massive. Massive in the sense that we're expecting about 1,000 golfers, expecting golfers from about 14 countries coming to Abuja to play with us, going to play a very wide professional tournament that by the grace of God, the winner of that tournament will go home with a car. A particular thing that is special in this tournament is that there won't be any qualifier. Any golfer that is a member of IBB Golf and Country Club plays that tournament. So it's a very wide tournament, and this is a tournament we want to do to showcase the level of golfing in IBB Golf and Country Club.
That brings us to the end of Sports Rail this Tuesday. I want to thank you for being part of it. Do not forget that for more sports content, you can always join us on NTA Sports 24. That's on Star Times and of course Free TV. And do not forget that violence should not be part of football or any sports or even any part of our society. Please do shun violence. I am Bade Adeleye, and I will see you next time. But before then, always enjoy sports. Bye for now.